Importante yung salitang all. Ayan ang provision ng Section 16 na Article 6 ng ating saligang batas.
Attorney, magandang araw. So bilang isa pong legal luminary sa Pilipinas, ano po masasabi ninyo na nag-constitute po ng Senado ngayon ng quorum at napalitan po si Alan Peter Cayetano bilang Senate President?
Yung sitwasyon sa Senado ngayon, kung totoo nga na nagkaroon na ng session at yun nga yung balita at nagkaroon ng eleksyon ng panibagong literato at nailig nga raw si Senator Sherwin Gatchalian. Ano ang basihan nito? Maliwanag kasi ang provision po ng saligang batas under Article 6, Section 16 na the Senate and the House of Representatives can elect its leaders by a majority of all its members. Importante yung salitang all. Ayan ang provision ng Section 16 na Article 6 ng ating saligang batas. So, pag sinabi mong all its members, there are 24 members. Majority of all its members, 13. Absolute majority ang tawag natin dyan. Sa determination of quorum, iba rin pong provision yan. Susunod na paragraph, nakalagay dyan that each house may by a majority of each members can conduct business for purposes of its day-to-day operations. So yung determination of quorum will only require majority of the members, meaning to say who are here in the Philippines. Yung election ng Senate President, it requires majority of all its members. Kung totoo nga na pinalit ng Senado si Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, ay violation po yan ng provision po ng Article 6, Section 16. Hindi mo pwedeng may apply yung kaso ng Abilino versus Cuenco kasi yun ang binabanggit eh. It is a 1949 case at doon sa provision ng 1935 Constitution, yung election ng Senate President, wala pong nakalagay na all its members, kundi majority of the members thereof. So, yung Abilino versus Cuenco, kaya 12 yung nag-elect, natanggal si Senator Abilino at naipasok na bagong Senate President si Senator Cuenco. Kasi isa sa mga senador noon, si Senator Tomas Confesor, was out of the country. So practically, 23 lamang yung senators na nasa Pilipinas at that time. Yung isa pang ang senador ay nasa hospital. He was indisposed, si Senator Vicente Soto Sr. na wala doon din sa session. So, yung 12 na Nationalista Party senators under the leadership of Senator Mariano Cuenco ay nag-convince sila at nag-elect sila ng Senate President at na-elect na si Senator Cuenco. Nakarating yan sa Korte Suprema yung kaso na yan at pinaliwanag ng Korte Suprema for purposes of determining a quorum to transact business, what is required is majority of the members of the Senate. At dahil wala pong provision tungkol doon sa majority of all its members to elect the Senate President, yung pagka-elect ni Senator Cuenco ay tama, sabi ng Supreme Court. Kasi yun ang nakalagay sa saligang batas, yung interpretation under the 1935 Constitution. Pero under the 1987 Constitution, maliwanag na majority of all the members of the Senate. So 13 votes ang kinakailangan yan. At ito ngayon, paano yan? Tama ba yung ginawa ng Senado na nag-convince sila at gumawa ng kanilang mga business doon sa Senate? I don't think so kasi even in the determination of quorum, which says that the Senate by a majority of the members thereof, hindi rin sinabi na all its members, majority of the members thereof, can constitute a quorum. Ibig sabihin, ilan ba yung members ng Senate na nasa Pilipinas? Ay ang nasa Pilipinas, I think there are still 24. Kahit na yung isa ay hindi mo mahagilap at yung isa ay nakadetain, still they are members of the Senate. Wala namang information na nagsasabing si Senator Bato de la Rosa is already out of the country. Kasi pag out of the country na yung isang senador, he is beyond the jurisdiction of the Senate. he can no longer be compelled to attend the session. Nakalagay din sa Constitution kasi that compulsory process may be effected by the Senate in order to compel the attendance of the members thereof for purposes of determining a quorum so that it can transact business. Since all the members of the Senate are still in the Philippines, to determine the existence of a quorum, you need also 13 because there are still 24 senators in the Philippines right now. So sa tingin ko, questionable yung naganap na session kanina at yung pagka-elect ni Senator Gatchalian, whatever position he was elected at, ay violation yan ng ating 1987 Constitution.
So if you are the legal counsel of the Cayetano bloc, what will be the petition that you're going to file to the Supreme Court?
Well, that's very speculative on my part, but I think Senator Alan Cayetano is such a brilliant lawyer himself, and I know he has a lot of staff who can handle that. But well, for sure, pag papile sila ng petition before the Supreme Court, it could be a petition for certiorari, prohibition and quo warranto pursuant to the provision of Article 8, Section 1 of the Constitution in relation to the provision of the rules of court under the special civil action. So, maaaring gawin po nila yan. And sinasabi ko nga, ang leading case dito yung Abilino versus Cuenco, which is a 1949 case. The setting in that particular case under the 1935 Constitution is completely different from the setting now of the Senate under the 1987 Constitution. So magkakaroon ito ng panibago na jurisprudence. It will be good for the students of law and for our jurisprudence pag may maipal na petition, and let's wait for the Supreme Court to interpret what would be the correct meaning of the provision of Article 6, Section 16.
Sir, hindi po ba yan papasok sa intrusion, separation of powers?
It's not, because the Supreme Court, when it interprets an action or any petition for that matter, and will decide for or against the petition. What is the Supreme Court implements is the supremacy of the Constitution. It is not the supremacy of the Supreme Court. Yun po ang ibig sabihin niya na it's not going to be an intrusion, it's not going to be something that will exertion of its supremacy over the other departments. No. With the Supreme Court decides a case, and it determines that the action is unconstitutional or it is not unconstitutional, the Supreme Court is just recognizing the supremacy of the Constitution. It is not the supremacy of the court itself.
Sir, other topic ako. Bakit hindi po kami ng details? Bakit tatlo lang po yung bibigyan natin ng award kumpara sa mga previous po?
Okay. Masyado kasing mahigpit yung requirements natin ngayon sa pagpili ng mga awardees. There are several nominees, hindi ko nababanggitin yung mga ibang nominees, and in the determination of the committee that screened these nominees, the recommendation is only to award two Filipino citizens and one Chinese national who has been in the Philippines for quite a number of years because of his contribution sa ating ekonomiya, sa ating agrikultura, sa pagtulong sa mga Pilipino, at dahil doon sa kanyang ginawa ay talagang lumawak yung ugnayan at pagkakaibigan ng Pilipinas at ng mga Pilipino at sa mga Chinese. So we have a more stringent selection process now. Depende kasi yun doon sa mga members ng committee. So when they have recommended to us that this will only be the number of awardees, that is the result of the judging process. Binago namin kasi yung category. Dati ay meron tayong major contribution, outstanding contribution, awards. Ngayon hindi na. Tinignan na lamang po natin, supposed to be isa sa government service, isa sa academic, isa sa business. But ang recommendation ng mga nasa committee for now ay nakafocus lang doon sa academic and business sector. Walang specifically for women.
Pero meron po tayo naging challenge para makuha natin
Well, marami ring mga nagsabi na siyempre, alam mo na, may mga nominees yung mga iba, bakit hindi sila mag-fit. There are challenges like that. But you see, yung determination kasi who's going to be really, competent to receive the award, nandoon yan sa committee. And the committee have conducted in-depth research sa naging accomplishment ng mga awardees nito. So mahirap talagang makakuha ng APPCO.
Paano ilan po ang nominees?
I cannot remember but I think in one category siguro baka hindi bababayan ng 5. I really cannot mention their names anymore.
Pero ano yung pinaka-number one qualification?
Well, you must be a Filipino citizen, number one yan doon sa category ng government, academe, and business. And yung kasing binigay natin sa Chinese National is honorary award yun for whatever contribution he has done. No? At syempre, tinignan natin yung impact ng kanyang naging trabaho sa academe, ano ba yung kanyang ginawa sa Pilipinas, kung paano nagkaroon ng mas malawak na ugnayan at mapagtibay yung friendship ng dalawang bansa. So, ay ando doon yung mga nasa website po natin yon kung ano yung mga standards or the criteria that we use in order to determine kung sino bibigyan.
Last na lang po message mo po para sa ating
So lahat po ng ating mga membro po ng Association for Philippines and Understanding, andito po tayo ngayon sa 6 awards for the promotion of Philippines and Understanding ngayon. Pag-6 na taon na po natin ginagawa ito, and this is also our what I call 54th year celebration ng APCO as an organization. Although 52 years of registration as a legal NGO dito sa ating bansa. Maraming salamat sa mga sumusuporta po dito sa Association for Philippines and Understanding. Magkakaroon tayo ng malawak at malaking international conference na gaganapin next year. Tayo po yung host at yung mga counterpart organizations natin sa ASEAN. There are 11 nations in ASEAN plus China. We are going to invite them to come and attend an international convention next year. Most likely that will be held last quarter of 2017. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.